You've probably heard of countless news stories revolved around a certain star that has been vandalized, defaced, and destroyed more times than any other stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I'm talking about Donald J. Trump, businessman,
I was a businessman doing business,
TV personality, and the 45th President of the United States.
Comes from China.
He has served up a bountiful buffet of controversies. So it doesn't take much to the imagination on why people would hate him. A few people have found the need to take out this hate with something with his name on it. This is the latest attack on Trump's star. The Incredible Hulk takes to the streets and smashes the star with a pickaxe. Much like others before the Green Behemoth have used their pent-up rage of taking it out on this brass and concrete slab. This is the history of the vandalism on one of the most notorious stars on Hollywood Boulevard.
Morning, we will unveil a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for Donald Trump.
Here is Donald Trump at his Hollywood Star ceremony. The date, January 16th, 2007. And in 10 years' time, almost to the date, he would be having his ceremony for his presidential inauguration. Some didn't take that news well. It's September 2015. This is the earliest vandalism that can be tracked, when someone drew a yellow X on the star. Some people thought it looked like the Blair Witch symbol, but the resemblance is iffy. In January 2016, the star was tagged with the symbol of a blackward swastika, which was cleaned off the next day. In April, Norwegian artist Pupil spray painted a mute button over it. After remarks about Mexicans and campaigning for his wall, street artist Plastic Jesus made a miniature border around the star. In September, the nameplate was spray painted over. In October, Trump's audio tape came out about grabbing women in the... It was first reported a man in a construction outfit had smashed the star with a sledgehammer, and was later in fact a pickaxe. The culprit was James Lampert Otis, 52. He is an heir to the Otis Elevator Company fortune. He was upset by the words of the Republican candidate. He was ordered to pay $4,400 in damages, 20 days of community service, and 3 years probation. The damaged star was covered with wood, which was spray painted during the election. In January 2017, the star had more stickers tagged. Someone had written "Fuck Trump" with a marker. On Donald Trump's 100th day in office, a gold toilet was placed by the star, and others had started to appear across the country with the message, "Take a Trump." The star was later covered in gay pride stickers during June. 2017 was such a light year, so let's take a look into the history of the Walk of Fame. In the mid-1950s, a man named E.M. Stewart presented the Walk of Fame project to the city of Los Angeles. The goal was to show the admiration and glory to the city of Hollywood and the entertainment industry, in all of its glitz and glamour, as well as be a wonderful tourist trap. Two things happened when it was greenlit. One, there was a committee put in place to pick and choose candidates. These committee members were to represent the four mediums: film, television, music, and radio. 2. Paying for the initial installment of the stars, which was to tax the local property owners, to a sum of $1.25 million. For inflation, this comes out to over $11 million. The original prototype was a blue star with a brass caricature of John Wayne. The colors were vetoed, and the designs were deemed too expensive and hard to execute, so they chose to simplify the design. By the time of the 60s and 70s, urban decay had fallen over Hollywood, as people in the street left as the lower and middle class had taken their place. They thought the Star Project would help the redevelopment of the area. The Hollywood Walk of Fame was named one of the worst tourist attractions, as the area still suffers from the imbalance between the rich and the poor. Early on, the Walk of Fame hit a low point, and for 8 years the new star wasn't added. It wasn't even a historical cultural monument until 1978. In July 2018, George Lopez was seen using a water bottle to fake pee on the star. 24-year-old Austin Clay had destroyed the star with a pickaxe. He called the cops and turned himself in. He was fined over $9,000. He was to attend psychological counseling. 3 years of probation. James Lampert Otis, who had destroyed the star before, had paid for his bail. Here's a picture of them. A year later, while on probation, Austin was arrested again from the Walk of Fame, this time stealing the Marilyn Monroe topper of the Four Lady statue. He was sentenced to 1 year in county jail. There were fake Donald Trump stars that were placed all over the Walk of Fame by a group called The Faction, not the punk rock band. They said the stickers could last up to 10 years on the Walk of Fame. They were later removed the following day. In September, street artist Plastic Jesus struck once again. He had glued metal bars over the star. The star is next to a Forever 21. So when PETA had a protest on the abuse of animals for wool, one PETA employee used fake blood to cover the star. That person was later terminated. December, the star was once again drawn on with more backwards looking swastikas. In 2019, someone had spray painted up the star and wrote "Putin's bitch." Later, the name was once again spray painted over, Another gold toilet had popped up. I had to censor this for my own sake. 2019 was a light year. So let's take a look back at other thefts and vandalism on the Walk of Fame. In 2000, James Stewart and Kirk Douglas' stars were stolen. They had been recovered shortly after when the ghost of Stewart and the astral protection of Douglas helped the cops locate it. Gene Autry's star was stolen, but he had 4 others, so it was a victimless crime. Also, someone had used a concrete saw to remove Gregory Peck's star. It was never recovered. While 2020 events around the star has been sparse, 2020 has been a complete dumpster fire of a year. After the death of George Floyd, people took to the streets to protest. In Hollywood, the star was met with permanent marker, then eventually it was completely defaced. The bigger question you might ask is, who pays to fix it? It's the city of Los Angeles who coughs up the dough. In the 80s, to deal with building costs and maintenance via the stars, they decided to charge a fee. So, the process is this. Anyone can nominate a celebrity only if the celebrity agrees to the star. Then the committee votes on who to give the star to. If the celebrity is chosen, then the celebrity sponsor or someone else wealthy pays for the fee. Today, the price for a star is over 50 grand. Therefore, some celebrities who haven't gotten a star, either it be the fee, if they even wanted a star, or if the Walk of Fame committee doesn't want you, Kanye West has been vocal about his wife not getting a star.
What the fuck?
A Walk of Fame spokesperson said that reality TV stars are banned from the Walk of Fame. You may have thought Trump was given a star for his work on The Apprentice, but it was for TV producing the Miss Universe pageant.
I have to apologize.
When he still owned it. Did you know fictional characters have stars too? There's Godzilla, Pee Wee Herman, The Muppets, and Randy Quaid.
God bless America.
And what about the star now? Currently, the star is covered in plywood, and it looks like Trump did get his fence, after all. Oh, to close out. Remember the latest vandalism with the Incredible Hulk? Do you want to know who smashed it? Well, it was no other than James Lambert Otis.